Hey guys, Paul ISM, welcome to part 3 of our AMT 125th Super B video build. Back with the final part, starting off where we left off last time, getting this thing built and finished, and we'll have a little chat about the build at the end. So, without further ado, let's just crack on and get started with the build. Okay, so we pick up where we left off last time, and we're putting our front radiator panel on with radiator in place. So the fit on this kit's not too bad. We've done this one before, so we're aware of all the pitfalls and what have you, and this kit is much better mold than the last one I did. So we get the radiator panel in, a couple of dabs of CA glue in some strategic places. My big bear paws are hiding everything, so excuse me. There we go. As always, these fantastic super glue nozzles proving their worth. You can get super glue right where you want it. So a couple of dabs in there, hit it with a bit of kicker. That will set that instantly. Underneath we've got the rear drivetrain in place, the differentials there. We've got the drive shaft or prop shaft, whatever you want to call it. We've got the mounts for the differential. Now these were quite tricky to put on this. Not the most positive of fitting. They fitted to the chassis not too bad, but the fit to the diff wasn't the best. So a couple of dabs of CA glue to hold these in place. Some careful manoeuvring and positioning. And then line it all up so it's nice and straight. So we're getting it as straight as possible. And then while we're there, we're going to get our suspension strut in there as well. A little dab of glue each side. Get everything lined up as good as possible. And then get my trusty steel ruler just to double check the measurement of the suspension height and the width from side to side as well. And just give it a little bit of tweak where needed, measure, repeat as necessary. Now I'll chuck the body on so I can put the wheels on and make sure that they are equidistant. Yes, that's a big word for me. To the edge. And they're looking good. The engine's looking good as well, nice fit. And then the wheels themselves as well. So cut these out carefully with a scalpel. Get rid of the plastic, well, the rubber plugs of the centre of the tyres. Quite easy to clean up, not too bad at all. Just go around and get the majority out with the scalpel and then carefully trim away at what's left with the same scalpel again until you're left with a nice smooth hole. Said the doctor to the patient. So be careful with the knife, don't slip and cut yourself. And we can get the wheel in place, the actual hub, the inner hub in there too. And then the chrome piece will go on the outside. So we're going to apply a bit of glue to the outsides. Like so. And then get the chrome piece outwards. Now this is the kit chrome. We gave it a wash and we give it a semi-gloss clear coat using some Mr. Hobby Super Clear, the semi-gloss matte satin. Like I say, quick test fit the wheels to make sure everything's sitting right before we commit to moving on with the body. So no glue here. Just push fitting these in place. They fit in quite well actually. Not too bad at all. This is the first Pro Streeter done. These things are mental. They are huge rear wheels and tyres. Absolutely massive. And then we're going to fully commit to putting the front ones on because they can only really go one place really. So we glued those in place as well. A stark contrast from the fronts to the rears. One thing I did forget to do on this is paint the inner arches black. I should have done it and I never did. So whether the real car is or isn't, I don't know. But for me, it probably would have been black and I did forget to do it, admittedly. Now we've got the chrome trim, which we previously painted in Revel Chrome. This has been clear coated in aqua gloss like we did, I think it was part 1. I'm just going to brush on some AK Darkwood effect here. So it's water-based paint over a water-based clear coat. But as long as we don't let the Vallejo paint dry, we can wipe it off like this and leave the trim perfectly painted. And the reason I'm doing this is I have some wooden decals to put in place. So while we're waiting for that, we've got our steering wheel, which was painted in Tamiya Flesh. Then we've got some Tamiya Hull Red, and I'm just applying little dabs and smearing it with my finger as well to add a little bit of tonal texture on it. So this will add our wood grain, which will go under our clear orange later on. So it's a good effect. Joe Camilleri showed me this, and it works really, really well. It's a good tip. And once we're done, there we go. Nice even all over. We put to one side to dry. And then with our grille on the front, same process before. It's been painted with the Revel Chrome, decanted out the spray can, cleared in aqua gloss, and we've got some Vallejo model colour black. No, we haven't. Tell a lie. This is Tamiya X18 semi-gloss black enamel we have now. We've got a nice flat Tamiya brush. We're going to very carefully paint this everywhere where we need to be black. And what we should be able to do, because it's enamel over acrylic, is wipe it off if we get a little bit too much on or get it in areas where we don't want it. And it does actually work. You'll see it in a minute. I get one of the cotton buds and just very gently wipe away that little bit of excess black paint there. And there we go. It's gone. And just clean it up a smudge. There we go. Works perfect. Ideally, this would like to be masked and sprayed, but it'd be a tricky one to do, so I opted to brush paint it. As long as you're nice and neat and take your time, it'll look just as good. So there we go. There's the grills painted. One coat did me. If you need to put two on, you can put two on, but the Tamiya enamels, their coverage is absolutely fantastic, and it worked really well on this. Looks quite good. More than happy with it. Being enamel, they're self-leveling. They take a little bit longer to dry. But on this part, we won't be touching it inside anyway. There's not even any headlight lenses on this kit. So we're all good. On the back, I opted to paint around the chrome. This was all painted chrome. I opted to paint everywhere black, bar the centre part. It's a bit of a different look. It's not how it's supposed to be. But I thought I'd add my own touch to it. So I painted everywhere else black. And on the interior, which has been flocked. I know, flocking hell. What is going on here? My partner, girlfriend Hannah, has flocked this for me in Pro Scale's anthracite flock, which looks absolutely fabulous. It really does. Hannah does a great job of flocking. I refuse to do it in the cave because it just gets everywhere, so it gets done outside the cave. And we've applied a little bit of trim colour with an Eddie marker pen, and with the same pen, we got a little bit of detail to the dashboard as well. So we're just going to mark up some switches, some raised areas. It's a fairly mundane, boring dash on this. There's not much you could do to it. You could have put a wood decal on the dash. I opted not to. But I thought I'd add a bit of chrome detail to it. To be honest, the binnacle, the top part of it is that pronounced. When it's in the car, you can't see any of the dash at all anyway. As you'll see, look, as soon as it's in, it hides everything. So kind of a fruitless task to do, really. But there we go. Like I say, wood effect decals. This is Ushi van der Roosten, I believe it was. They're not bad decals. They do need painting. They don't go very well on a clear base, which would be the hope of it. I can't match the steering wheel, unfortunately, so I just went with an X Best, which is this one. You see how translucent the decal is. So I've cut it roughly to size. We're going to get it in place, trim it up with a scalpel, and set it in place with our decal solutions. And it looked like wood trim. So in my eyes, whoever bought the car had this wood trim as an option, and then they added the steering wheel and the shift lever later on. That's my thought, and it's my excuse for having two different colours of wood in the car. And the old UMP decal solutions, Modern Products, doing their job on the decals, fantastic as always. So several pieces here we're going to do. Just get them laid in place, like so. Spill my decal solutions all over the bench, as you can see there. Because why not? You might as well spill it everywhere, ruin your mat. Waste decal solutions, away you go. Back to the steering wheel. We've got some clear orange. This is Tamiya X. I think is it 27 clear orange. Through the Iwata, this would be my HPC Plus, I believe. We're going to apply several coats of it, neat, out the bottle. So we get a nice bit of coverage, and then for the last few coats we'll thin it and spray it on a little bit wetter. And this gives a fantastic finish on the steering wheel. With the tones we've already put underneath, it makes it look like real wood. It really does look good. So top tip from Joe. Thank you, Joe, for that, mate. And then we go, like I say, last couple of coats, a little bit heavier, bit of a wetter, thin coat. So we get a nice gloss finish. And there we go. There's the steering wheel done. That can be put to one side to fully dry. If you're not happy, give it another go over, as I did here. There we go. That's looking fantastic. A nice gloss finish. Perfect tone I was after. And then the excess paint we can tip back in the bowl. There we go. So like I say, Pro Scale Anthracite Flocking looked absolutely fantastic. I've got some pictures here of it. You put this down over enamel paint. Look at that. Looks awesome. It's very, very good. Very happy with our colours. We've got a range of 5 colours at the minute, so have a look at our site. You have a look what you've got, and it just looks really good. Really does add depth to an interior. And that anthracite is a very, very nice colour. So we start getting some trimming. The dashboard's already in. Get the center console in. Start getting the seats in as well. Seats are really nice on this kit as well. I opted just for black leather on these, just jet black leather. I was going to muck around to different colours, and I thought, you know what, we'll just do black on black. The roll cage, again, is black. It's a fairly mundane interior. But I do like the front seats on this. They're quite smart, kind of like bucket seats. They do look really, really good. Now, once we've got the roll cage in, a few dabs of glue on the bottom of the seat, and we get these glued in place as well. There we go. Hold them for a second or two. Roll cage was hitting the top of the seat, so it did come loose for a second. So I just got the seat secured and then move the roll cage back properly where it needed to be, like so. A little bit of a tight fit in there. And the steering wheel, all well and truly dried. We've got some Tamiya X11 Chrome Silver. I'm just going to paint the center of the steering wheel in this. Nice and simple. Again, the Tamiya enamels, they brush paint beautifully. The real downside is they take a little bit longer to dry. They do take quite a while. You'll never beat acrylics for drying time. And obviously lacquers don't brush paint the best. But yes, I'm quite fond of these Tamiya enamels. And if you're not going to handle something too much, they're perfect. And with that glued in place, got a bit of excess paint on the steering wheel. I'm just removing. So again, we're doing enamel over acrylic. So it comes off really well. And then we've got our rear panel for the back of our car as well with the light lenses. So the light lenses come pre-coloured, so they're just in red. So test fit which way around they go, and then put your glue in place and get them glued in the right side. And then for the actual raised lettering, I grabbed a black heading marker and marked out the Dodge. Just thought it had a bit of a look to it, something a bit different. There we go. Simple, but looks all right. A little bit like me. Number plate on there, on the bumper that we chromed in the, I think it's part 1 we did this. So usual decal process, drop the bumper, pick it back up, put the decal on. And then the polishing. So we've got some water, we've got our Trizic pads, and we've got some washing up liquid in there as well for lubrication. Now, the clear coat on this car was that good that I opted just to go for the Trizic 8000. I'd got a really good paint job on this one with the 2K, so it didn't need flatten right back. It wasn't overly thick. There was minimal flaws. There was 2 spots, one on the door, one on the trunk lid, the boot lid, and it really didn't warrant flattening it all the way back when it didn't need it. So I opted to go around the 8000 grit. As you can see, the washing up liquid adds a nice bit of lubrication to it. That reduced down any surface scratches. So yeah, we're just going to go around the entire car with the 8000 Trizic pad and flat it back nicely. And then we can go around with the ultimate polish system and just use the polish. That's all we're going to use today. No need for a compound. Just going to go around. Let's say when you're using the Trizic pads, take your time. They're a lot more efficient than other sanders, like micro mesh and things like that. They cut very, very quickly. So just take your time periodically, wipe the model over with a piece of dry kitchen paper, and just be careful on raised edges or any corners and what have you, because it's very easy to burn through. Been there and done it. Got the t-shirt, unfortunately. Like I say, you can see it's flattered the roof down nicely. Actually looks quite nice flattered back, to be honest. But we want this to be a nice high shine. And oh boy, does she shine at the end. Ooh. She looks like a diamond at the end. She looks beautiful. Same process with the bonnet as well, but obviously be careful because there's some raised edges on there as well. Same on the boot lid. So just take your time, careful of the edges of the bonnet, and just slowly work your way through. No rush doing this. You know, you can spend as little or as long as you want polishing your car. But the better the job you do, the better it look at the end. This is just UMP polish now. Didn't bother with the compound. I'm just going to go around and give it a real good polish and buff up until we get a nice high shine finish. It's looking good. Those colours absolutely beautiful. I fell in love with this colour as soon as I mixed it, and I knew I had to use it, and I think this car is the perfect candidate for it. It just looks absolutely fabulous in the colour. It really does pop with this, especially with being the Pro Street as well. It's a different look, and I think this colour just screams, look at me. It really does. It's a beautiful, beautiful colour, and testimony to Pro Scale, our painter, how vibrant they are, how pretty a colour, and how good our 2K is as well. Looks absolutely fantastic, and very hard wear in 2K as well. Very easy to apply, very, very forgiving. Doesn't go on there too thick. Very easy to polish back and flat back. And yeah, wonderful stuff. Highly recommend this. You can get our Pro Scale products from the link in the description down below. We also miss custom colours at request at no extra cost. So, got any colours you'd like mixing? Drop us an email or a message and we'll see what we can do for you. We post worldwide. Very competitive postage rates. And I think this car and our products speak for themselves. When do you see the pictures at the end? It speaks dividends all the way. And like I said, when you're doing the bonnet, just take your time. Be careful of all the edges and the raised areas. It's so easy to burn through. Trust me, I've been there and done it, and it ruins all your hard work. So you need to know where the point to stop is. Sometimes it's going to be a flaw or a blemish or just something you can't quite get rid of, and there's just a time to think, right, okay, I'm going to have to call it a day rather than ruin the entire model. And there we go. Once the polish is done, buffer up with a nice clean cloth. Have a little inspect. That looks fantastic. Looks really good. Celebratory cup of tea. And there we go. Let's knock the lights off. Have a little look under the lights. Look at that shine. Ooh, she's beautiful. Absolutely stunning. Beautiful colour. Beautiful clear coat. There we go. So, looking good. Very happy with the colour. Very happy with the clear coat. And it's polished up really, really well. Get the Mickey Mouse toothbrush out. Clean up all the panel lines. Get rid of any polish residue and sanding residue. And if you need to, if there's anything in there that's a bit stubborn, load your airbrush up with water, but make sure it is just water. And jet wash out all those panel lines. And that will get rid of any remnants of polish or dirt or dust. And keep it nice and clean. And then I bought these nice cloths off Amazon. They're just for polishing. Look at that shine on that roof. Stunning. Yeah, I just use these for final polishing. And they're beautiful. They're basically large glasses cleaning cloths. But they work really well as a final polish on the body. Lovely. Very, very nice. Really happy with this colour. I think it really suits this car. And this is one of my favourite cars. Yes, I do like the Super B. There we go. Right, we've painted all the inside black with Vallejo Model Air black. I'm just going around the outside now, remove any excess paint with a clean cotton bud. It's moistened a little bit. It definitely didn't lick it. And the beauty of putting a water-based acrylic over 2K is it just wipes straight off. No bother at all. Same with the bonnet as well. Give all that a paint and my finger by the look of it as well. Couldn't have done any worse a job here, could I? But like I say, paint it, get a clean cotton bud. Don't lick it. Actually didn't lick that one. And just wipe it down over the paint. It'll just wipe right off and leave a nice clean definition demarcation line. There you go. Big fan of the Vallejo paints. They go down absolutely lovely. And same on these lights from before. I've got a little bit of Santador on a cotton bud, and I'm just cleaning out the light lenses themselves. Like I say, there's no actual clear parts to go with the lights. So, yeah. Just one of those things with the kits. But we're cleaning them out to make sure they're nice and clear. And then the glass. So the glass wasn't the best fitting. Had a few issues fitting the back piece. It didn't quite fit in place properly. The front one, though, that needs trimming. There is instructions to remove a few millimeters of clear at the front. Now, this kit is a mismatch of several different kits, I believe. So this glass isn't actually off this kit, I believe. So we need to cut some of it. So it does show in the instructions a diagram of where to cut. So using our JLC razor saw, I've just marked it to begin with. I'm just having a look to see where that goes, and I've got it pretty much perfect. What it is, actually does fit the glass just fine, but the interior, the dashboard fouls it. So that's what you're cutting around, because like I say, this kit is a mismatch of different kits. The glass fouls the dashboard, so this is the piece you're cutting out. So it's not actually anything you'll see on the glass, but you need to remove it nevertheless just to get the dashboard in. Follow the instructions, take your time, you can't go wrong. Once you've cut them off, get a clean or a fresh, fairly new sander. I've got a 240 AMT just to sand it. Just having a look, there's a little bit more, just needs cutting off. And be very careful once you cut the bottom, you just snip the edge with your cutters. Be very careful. If you're not confident using the cutters, use a saw. Like I say, once you cut it to where it needs to be, hit it with a sander, job done. Now to glue in place, we've got some Bob Smith's Odorless. This is the Black Top Gold. A couple of dabs where we need it with our precision tips. So just on the edge where it can't be seen. Then we get some CA glue kicker on a micro brush. So I spray the CA kicker in the lid. And grab a micro brush. Dip it in. Wipe it on me to get rid of the most of it. And just touch it to the CA glue. Make sure you wipe it off when you dip it in, or you'll end up with so much it'll capillary action through the glass. And it'll ruin all your hard work. Same with the top. A couple of strategic places. Hit it with CA kicker. Should set instantly. And hold that all in place for you. This kit did actually come with side windows, but there was no way I was putting them in, because I do not think they would have fitted. But the rear glass we need to put in place, and this wasn't the best fitting. I did as good as I could with it. It was a little bit of an iffy fit. There we go. Pop it in place, nice and careful. Then grab your kicker again. Wipe it. I just touched it to my t-shirt. I shouldn't do it, but I always do. My old t-shirts I wear for modelling. I basically look homeless when I'm modelling. Covered in paint, carrier bags, an old dog, you name it. And the body's on. I actually missed me getting the body on, but it literally slots over the top. The interior pushes in from the bottom, clips on, and the body shell pops over the top. I wish I caught it, but I did actually miss it. I don't know how, but I did manage to. But it literally slots over the top. There's nothing special to it at all. Mirrors, got a little dab of Bob Smith's glue on the mirror, and there we go. So the final touch is to get that cloth again. Hit it with some UMP shine. There you go. This is our shine. Our shine. The UMP shine. It's no longer our shine. It's UMP shine. And all we need to do on this is just like a spray wax, basically. Is wipe it all over. There's no need to buff it in. It doesn't have any polishing properties whatsoever. It just needs to go on the surface, haze off, and then buff it off to a nice high shine. It's as simple as that, really. It's a nice, simple process. Works all. Happy how this has turned out. It's a beautiful, big barge of a car. Love the engine sticking through the bonnet. Not something I've ever done before. Love the Pro Street look as well. Again, not something I've done before, but enjoyed this one. Kit's been good. Let down in a few areas, but it's an old AMT kit, so it's going to be, isn't it, really? Overall, though, an enjoyable build. I'm going to build two of these now. We did the purple one. We did the green one, and they both turned out really well. And there we go. There she is, all done. Looking good. Happy with this. Menacing looking car, it really is. And just love that Pro Street look. It's very, very aggressive. There's our steering wheel inside, which looks good. Carpet looks good on the partial shelf. Paint job's good, looks good from underneath. Nice and clean. And there we are. We can get our bonnet open, which is a bit tricky on this. It's quite a tight fit at the front. There we go. There's our big 440 motor. Again, looking good. And there we go. So there we go, another one off the bench, another build done. Like I say, really happy how this one turned out. It's a lovely car. I do like this Super B. And there we go. Here's some pictures of it as well. So, awesome looking thing. The paint looks absolutely phenomenal. Clear coat looks great. It's just a really striking car with the black stripes, the Pro Street setup with the engine through the hood. Just looks great. So, this was primed in Pro Scale. I believe this was white primer. Then several coats of Pro Scale GM green with envy paint. Kit decals went on. They were no bother at all. We did a black panel line wash. We 2K'd it with... no, we didn't. We did the chrome first with Super Hobby, Mr. Hobby Super Metallic Duraluminum. It was then clear coated in Pro Scale 2K Clear. That was flatted back with the Trizac 3M pads, 8000, sorry, and then polished up the UMP polish. Interior is basically jet black leather from Pro Scale with some anthracite flocking from Pro Scale as well. And other than that, the kit was out of the box and it went together with no real dramas, no real issues, and it just looks absolutely fantastic. The colour's beautiful, it really is, and it's just a great looking car. Love the colour, love the 2K, and this is my favourite picture of this car. The only issue is the front grille doesn't fit in place very well. It's a bit poor, it's a bit low, doesn't quite cover the gaps properly. My other one was exactly the same. But it is what it is. Sometimes the kits just don't fit together perfectly, and this being AMT, I'll take this as a win all day long. And there we go. Thanks for watching today. Let's go to me for some final thoughts. There we go then. So, what can I say? I love that car. I love that colour. It looks great. I'm getting a real collection of American muscle in there. Yeah, getting a good collection. And the videos are doing really well over on ISM. I just uploaded the Stingray video, and the views it's getting in the comments just shows a lot of people really do like the muscle. Let me know what you guys like. Do you like the American stuff? Do you like me doing a mixture of everything? Would you like to see me do more American stuff? Let me know your thoughts. You are the people that I'm building for, basically, in a way. But obviously I'm trying to keep everybody happy across the board, including myself. And I enjoy the American stuff. I've got some really cool kits up in the stash. And I've enjoyed every one of these kits. They're all there. They're all on the row there. Look, you can see them all. There you go. We've got the Super B, the GTX, the Challenger, 2 Chevelles, the Cuda. There's loads of them in there now, and I really do enjoy building them. They're a challenge to do. I know nothing about them, so it's interesting to build as well. But I'd like to know your opinion on. We'd like to see more. I've got a bench update that's due soon as well. You'll probably see the bench update before you see this. Maybe I might put this up today. We'll see. In fact, I probably will put it up today. You'll probably see this on Thursday. That date that's on my clock there, you'll see. So yeah, would you like to see more American builds, or would you rather me keep switching round? Because I do try and go all over the place with what I'm doing. But I do enjoy these builds. They're good fun to do. So let me know your thoughts on that. But this kit, it's got its shortcomings. Of course, it's AMT. It's a bit rough in places, but this body was much straighter than the last one. The other one was twisted to hell on the purple one. The chassis was twisted one way, the body the other. The glass doesn't fit great on the back. The front grille doesn't fit in properly at all. I think with some major surgery you could get it to fit, but yeah, it's just one of those. Sometimes you got to accept the flaws with the kit and just crack on with the build. But what a colour. Absolutely stunning colour. And I think it's the perfect colour for this car. I'm very happy I did it in this colour. And there we go, another one off the bench. Now, there will be a condensed build of this that'll be uploaded in the next few days. You'll get it on here first, and that's the video that will go to ISM. Obviously, these full-length video builds are just for you patrons out there. So there will be a condensed one as well. And they seem to be going down all right. Well, the one that I released today did. The 250 TR still to go up on there, and this one will eventually as well. And they're completely different videos. Only you guys get to see this. The other video is completely condensed, gets a brand new voiceover and a brand new intro and outro. There we go. Like I said, it's Thursday, it's 2:20 in the afternoon. I'll probably upload this tonight, so you'll probably see this over on Patron tonight. And tomorrow morning, I'm going to film my weekly bench update to have a chat with you lot out there as well. So make sure you tune in to that. If you're watching, leave a comment. Like I said, it's only you guys watching, so your feedback is sought after. Yes, I guess it is. Make sure you give it a thumbs up as well. But there we go. As always, your names are flashing on screen right now. As I said, I'm going to start doing this going forward. Thanks you all for your continued support. You're absolute legends. Welcome to the new people that have joined as well. Thank you very much for popping on board and becoming supporters. If you've got any comments, suggestions, anything you'd like to see, anything you'd like me to do, please just post below, send me a message, whatever, whichever way you want to contact me, and we'll have a go at sorting that out down the line as well. So there you go. Thanks for your continued support. Thanks for watching today. I will catch you all very soon. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.